Welcome to Our Kids, sponsored by Jefferson County Public Schools. I'm Ballard High School correspondent Jack Siegel. This May, we'll see how students are getting hands-on career experience, we'll check out a visit from a rap star, and we'll meet some students learning about cyber science. Central High School Sports Marketing Program students visited with staff from Louisville City FC and Racing Louisville at their training facility. The students toured the facility, heard from their managers about their jobs, and engaged in roundtable discussions.
We are at the Lynn Family Sports and Vision Training Center, and JCPS has been coordinating field trips throughout the last couple of weeks, and today Central High School has been visiting our facility for a panel, a tour, and a Q&A about working in sports.
I'm originally from Louisville. I went to Ballard, played softball there, and thought that's what I was going to do. I thought I was going to go to college, play softball.
And so when I was thinking of going into business, I wanted to be on the more creative side, which is something that I heard today from Katie, which is why I feel like I can relate to her the most.
You all have to be prepared to work in a working world.
Oh, it's really fun. I met a couple of sports professional athletes for the first time in my life. I don't really meet pros. It's kind of fun experience. We walked around, toured around, really cool, kind of seeing the different viewpoints of both a professional athlete and a business worker because we saw the offices too.
And then we took it one step further with actually going to you, because that's the other way that brands like to go. They like to meet you where you are.
We want to make Louisville City FC and Racing Louisville FC community teams. We want everyone in the community to have the opportunity to enjoy our teams, to come out and watch a game. So I think this experience is just some behind the scenes action for the kids.
So today was very exciting. As a Cuban American, this was the first time I was able to actually see how, first off, media has an impact on us, and also just being able to see everybody working at the office, seeing how somebody just picks up the phone and is able to land that partnership with other people, just seeing how brands can collaborate.
Like end of year testing, stuff like that, they get like a free pizza party, stuff like that.
And now they're meeting with somebody from the marketing department, the ticketing department, the communications department, and the partnerships department, and learning about some skills to help them with a challenge they'll be finishing in class.
The challenge is to find different little organizations we could work with to help market our age, how to get sponsorships.
We see schools being able to come here, schools like Central, which has a long history of being able to make change in the community, be able to come here and see, oh, this has an opportunity for me. I have an opportunity in this workplace.
It's just really inspiring to see this future generation of kids and to maybe be an inspiration to them.
It was just awesome. It was good to see the weight room, the field, the professional players, the film room. Just a real cool experience.
Students at the Academy at Shawnee demonstrated their new FAA-approved Redbird flight simulator, which offers students a real-world fly-the-plane experience in an authentic cockpit.
It's a very exciting day for Shawnee High School and our aviation students as we are showcasing our brand new Redbird full motion flight simulator. This is a full motion simulator. It's recognized by the FAA, so our Shawnee students can actually earn flight hours for their private pilot and instrument rating certifications as they fly in this.
It is our duty as educators to provide the schools and resources necessary for our students to achieve. This simulator represents the commitment to that. Our work is centered on providing the best for the students at Shawnee. Why? They deserve it. I am proud of them, and I'm happy that a Shawnee student can say they have their very own flight simulator inside their school building.
So exciting. I've been here for my last 4 years, so it's like very exciting. Like I never experienced so much of something I actually want to do now. Like it's really unique.
I would turn around. As we know, the weather in Kentucky can be crazy, so we might have kids that are supposed to go to the airport to fly who are unable to go to the airport and fly. This will help them stay fresh and brushed up on their skills, which can actually help lower the amount of hours that it would require for them to get their certifications.
It feels unreal. It feels like you actually in the air. Like it don't feel like regular. And in the wind, it makes you feel like you're really in the air. So you really want to focus on the simulation and everything.
I'm really excited, but I'm more excited for the next generation because just the other day, I was telling my brother, I was showing him pictures of the flight sim as it was getting built, and he was like, man, I want to go to Shawnee now. And I was like, yeah, you should become a pilot.
Shawnee is a great school. They give us so much like help and back us up with so many different things in Shawnee. But for you to become a pilot and you want to really become something and you're trying to prove your point, aviation and Shawnee is the best school for you.
A team from Louisville Male High School was named a winner in the NASA TechRise Challenge. Their team is building a miniature cloud chamber that will be ballooned to 70,000 feet.
So this is 100% isopropyl alcohol. The more saturated the alcohol is, the better this seems to go.
So basically we are measuring the flux of muons, which are basically a heavier cousin of electrons. We are going to measure the flux at an altitude of 70,000 feet, and we're going to compare that to the muon flux at the ground level here at Louisville. So when we open the box, we have
Another box.
We have another box. I came across this contest on Facebook, and they were talking about doing an experiment at like either on a rocket or on a weather balloon.
3, 2, 1, release.
So we were able to like come up with a proposal, send it to NASA, and we ended up getting it. And I was honestly very thrilled. I did not think we would get it, so I believe it's an amazing opportunity.
This microcontroller here, it is what we're going to use to actually conduct the experiment. So this will control like our camera that we need to actually view it. It'll control if we need a heating element, we'll do that. We don't want to actually activate our experiment until we're actually at 70,000 feet.
So when I came across this experiment, I thought maybe this would be an amazing opportunity for me to explore such particles. Well, a muon is basically like a type of electron, so it's like a subatomic particle. Once the cloud would form, we would be able to see these tiny little streaks that pass through the cloud.
Once we build and design it, we put it all in this, we ship it back to NASA. They'll put it on the balloon with a few other experiments. I don't know exactly how many. They'll all get sent up at once, and then we get to conduct it however we want. We want ours to activate at 70,000 feet, so we'll monitor it. We'll get all the data. It'll be, since it's an atmospheric balloon, it'll slowly come back down.
It will be about like 3 hours.
Hopefully it'll land safely, and we can get our data back and review it.
What I really like about failure is that it makes the experiment a bit more exciting, and it gives me more time to like think about it like throughout the day, trying to figure out what went wrong, how can we fix it, and even if it does go right, there's always room for improvement. Well, I think it's
very cool.
I think it's amazing.
Atherton High School students are getting a chance to be a part of peer tutoring.
So my name is Miss Vogt, and I teach freshman English, and I have peer tutors in my freshman English class. I've had peer tutors for probably 3 or 4 years now in my classes, and I really love it. They are kind of like an assistant to the teacher. They get a credit for the class. They actually have assignments and things that they do in the class as well. But they work one-on-one with students. Sometimes they work in small groups. Sometimes they will do a whole group lesson with me.
I'm a peer tutor in Miss Vogt's English Advanced Freshman class. I really enjoy this class because I'm able to socialize a bit more with younger students, and I've been able to be better with my communication skills and better at explaining things, because that's something I used to struggle with a lot, being able to learn something, then explain it to others, and I definitely improved on that.
I would highly suggest that anyone who's maybe interested in becoming a teacher or working with people one day, or anyone who feels like they're good with helping other people to understand a concept, I would think that they would want to become a peer tutor.
Pioneering rapper and founding member of Run DMC, Daryl McDaniels, read his book to third graders at King Elementary and talked to them about discovering what makes them special.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is DMC and the place to be, and I know a lot about places to be. Today, the only place to be is at King Elementary School in Louisville, where I'm reading to the third grade Daryl's Dream, a book about me in the third grade, but it's really all about children because they have dreams, and the King of Rock says dreams do come true right here in Louisville.
All right, how's everybody doing?
It blew my mind to have a famous person come here, show us his experience about his life.
For the past 25 years, I speak at schools.
Repeat after me. Information.
when I'm not on stage touring, when I'm not doing a concert. I was going into the high schools, and I just basically go in there and tell them my story. All of this stuff that I did when I was in the 3rd grade, just like y'all, is one of the reasons that I became one of the most successful rappers ever. I'm Darryl. I grew up in Hollis, Queens, New York, and I did all this cool stuff with Run DMC. Here I am now. So the message started to resonate with those kids. And what's powerful about the elementary schools is it's all about feelings and emotions. How did you feel when you got teased, bullied, and picked on?
He was a kid like us.
This is me in 3rd grade, just like you. In 3rd grade, just like you.
And people bullied him because he couldn't see.
I got teased, bullied, and picked on because I wore glasses. Kids would call me, hey, Four Eyes, hey, binoculars. But I want to let y'all know something. The things that somebody might think is not cool about you is actually the superpowers that allow you to succeed and let the world know how good you are in the first place.
He want other people to follow their dreams. Like, I want to become a nurse, so he really, made me follow my dreams.
If I could show them, hey, this was me in the 3rd grade, I don't want them to see the greatness of Darryl. I want to see them the greatness and potential in themselves.
Correspondent Paige Capser shows us how Ballard High School is recycling.
Some Ballard High School students are doing their part to help the environment. Every Tuesday after school, the wheels of the recycle car echo down the halls of Ballard. With masks and gloves on, a group of Ballard students are volunteering to do their part to help the environment. They pause from their other extracurricular activities to give a helping hand. The Ballard Beta Club is behind this service project.
We split into groups, and one of us goes north building, other goes south, and we just recycle for our teachers.
A lot of people throw away candy wrappers. That's usually not recyclable. We are reusing things, otherwise it just goes in the trash, things that could be recyclable. We get to use less resources.
I am Paige Capser for Our Kids.
A new virtual 3D cadaver is helping students in the health sciences pathway at Atherton.
Mr. Adams' class just recently received a 3D virtual dissection platform called Anatomage in his classroom. This is a very exciting addition to the health science pathway that allows for students to learn even more effectively. Take a look.
What this is a digital cadaver table. It allows students to look at the body from a digital standpoint, three-dimensional standpoint. They can pick skin away. They can look at different organ systems. There are case studies where they can actually look at parts like conjoined twins, an aneurysm. They can look at nerve endings. They can look at functions. There's some functional attitude where they can look at the physiology. So allows them to explore what do they want to explore as far as the anatomy of the human body.
We've got more JCPS stories coming up. Stay tuned.
I love my school.
My teachers care about me and my success.
JCPS has prepared me for what's next.
I am JCPS.
I am JCPS.
I am JCPS.
Welcome back to Our Kids. I'm Ballard High School correspondent Jack Siegel. Students from Southern High School visited Churchill Downs to participate in the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Kentuckiana School to Work program.
If you work 40 hours a week, 52 hours a year, that's 2,000.
This is the School to Work program with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and what we do is we take a group of high school students from an area high school and we bring them here to a partnering workplace. In this case, it's Churchill Downs, and they meet with their mentors here on site for 3 hours.
Other benefits are that
Today we're talking about summer jobs. The goal is to really just help them feel more confident as they move on towards adulthood.
I think that it's helping me choose on what I want to do in the future because I still don't know.
And then they have life insurance, so that's really good.
We got set up with our mentors, like they told us to like write what we like and what we like doing, and we get set up with a mentor that likes the same thing.
The first activity they did today is they're looking over an actual job description. So I took the time and pulled real job listings from Indeed, and then they went over that with their mentors and then answered some questions about it.
I did not know any of these existed. The only thing that I didn't know was like nursing and doctors. That's all I know about. I didn't know much about these jobs that I just learned today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, especially at this age, it's good to be outside and getting exercise and stuff like that.
For a lot of the kids, this isn't something they've had a lot of practice in and being able to look at what a job description is. So there's language they may not know, terminology, but that mentor does. So that mentor will help guide them through that process to help them understand. And then that's a skill they can take with them when they start looking for jobs over the summer.
I want to be part of this program so like I can get ready for the new for the real world and become more successful and know what I'm doing in business and stuff. Because like I want to create my own business one day.
Mentors are super important in your development. I have a lot of mentors that help me become the person that I am today and get into the kind of position that I'm in. I would definitely suggest this for any business that would want to be involved. The time commitment is not super high. We meet once a month.
It's a very great thing that they're doing that because it's helping everyone in here that don't know what they want to do in the future or if they want to go to college or not. And it's just an amazing thing, an amazing program.
And it's just really, really impactful for those of us who have signed up to do it. We've met these young kids that are really our future, and we are getting to be a part of their future, and I think that that's super great.
I could put what I did here and what I want to do. It is an amazing public school.
Butler Traditional High School students are learning about the latest technologies in their cyber science program.
It's teaching us different ways to command things in a command prompt.
We're at Butler Traditional High School, and right now we're in the Computational Thinking class.
In our Computational Thinking class, we're learning about how to use Python and cybersecurity in the real world and in business.
The world is interconnected more than ever, and security of it and making it better is a goal of mine.
I feel very lucky, especially because I get to come out of this program with 9 credit hours for college, which puts me a step ahead of everyone.
I think it's great. Our business partners are on board. They've donated a lot of equipment, time, effort, and they want to see the kids succeed.
I wasn't interested in this program when I came to the school, and I didn't even know it existed. As a freshman, I was put into the computer literacy class, which is like an advanced digital literacy class, and I really loved it, so I moved to the next step, which is internet technologies, and now I'm in computational thinking, and this is my favorite class so far.
Like this one, you have to figure out a file that's only human readable, but that's just program kind of talk. It's just, you gotta know what to put in as a code.
Even if you don't go into cybersecurity as a profession, you're still gonna have to deal with cybersecurity in your lifetime. That's just the nature. We say these kids nowadays, they grow up digitally literate, right? They've grown up with technology, and so I like to say they get the next step to learn how to be secure online.
There's more data on you than ever. I mean, it's like a Fitbit. Like, not only do you have emails as you had previously, like you have data of how many steps you take, where you are is constantly. There's so many more points of data, and that's important to secure.
Giving them the tools to be aware and secure themselves is critical. I think it's the forward thinking, the next frontier of technology is that not only can you use technology, but can you use it in a secure way?
I mean, it gets easy over time when you start learning it and doing it.
Cybersecurity is kind of a scary term, but when you learn how to do it, it's really easy.
Giving the individual the tools to be self-aware and to secure their own assets is critical.
The Central High School robotics team is taking their robots to compete in their first robotics competition.
This
is our first robot. It's a competition that we, like to go to every year, but we had some problems last few years. Go! The competition is in Knoxville at the University of Tennessee campus. We'll be with a whole bunch of other teams. And we have a first round of qualifications. We place high enough in that. We may be picked for Alliance, or we may be picking for Alliance. And that's just where it's an actual bracket where we go up and we try to win. If we win, we get to go to Worlds. A lot of this is learning core values to engineering and putting it into a competition. We have to pick up a ball and shoot it into a 8-foot high basket, which is what we're going for. We could also shoot it for 1 point in a 4-foot tall basket. But that's the main game. Also, we can get points by hanging at the end. Last competition we actually went to was my freshman year, which is 4 years ago. And we had a blast, and we want to continue doing it. It brought us closer together for 1 point, but also it taught us what we need to know going into college. And even if we're not pursuing a degree in engineering, it'll definitely help us a lot with communication and teamwork.
Check out the great things happening at the Binet School and see why it is such a special place.
This is the Binet School. We are a school for students with special needs. All of our students have IEPs, and they have impacted communication, which leads to behaviors. So all of our students need more support than they can get in a comprehensive school. Students from first grade through grade 14. So about 60% of our students have autism. The others have a mild mental disability or a functional mental disability. Some have bipolar schizophrenia. Our students don't know how to communicate what they are feeling or what they need.
This is my son, James.
Same here.
James has multiple disabilities. He's autistic. He's developmentally delayed. He has mental disorder, behavior disorder. There's some mood disorder. Here we are. He'll be 21 in 2 weeks, and he's graduating this year.
Binet is best because they help me a lot. I thought it was chilling.
Yeah, it's not freezing. It's not all.
I like it here. My favorite part of Binet is I can make friends, help people.
I want him to be as independent as he possibly can be from the moment he walks out their door, walks in our driveway and gets on that bus, and they drive him to school. I know that he's cared for. I know that he's loved.
No one would be here if they didn't love the students. And so just being able to see that impact, we have sent 5 students back to comprehensive schools this year. Their experience in a comprehensive school had been phone calls home, being in trouble, not fitting in. And so for them to move back and to have the skills to fit in, it means that we've done our job.
Show me blue.
My name is Michelle Edlin. I am a teacher here at Binet. This is my first year working in the room that we call Work Lab. It is a program that gets the students ready for job skills outside and beyond Binet.
Cabinets. Everything is labeled for the students.
How to sort, or how to collate, or how to make sandwiches, or fold silverware, or stock a shelf. We want to teach those skills to the students.
What's your favorite team? LeBron James.
I feel the pain of some of these students needing a lot of extra assistance for things like that. Kids need acceptance. They need guidance. They need support on how to be able to communicate instead of acting out. And when you have students that are nonverbal, that's a huge challenge. I feel like God put me here for a reason, because I think He knew that these babies needed me, and that I could touch them in ways that maybe other people couldn't. I mean, this place is just my second home.
It's a family. We're the neighborhood. We are neighbors, and we are a family.
I tell them all the time, James is not leaving. James will tell me, Mom, I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. And, we had the conversation, was like, well, James, you graduate this year. I'm not going anywhere, James. I'm just going to volunteer at the school, or I'm going to stay at the school. And that's how special they are to us.
We do such amazing things here, and the community has no idea. Parents have no idea. You just have to experience it. Students achieving things that most schools said they'll never do it, and it all happens here.
Ballard High School has resumed their theater productions and students are very excited to get back on the stage.
After a 2-year absence thanks to COVID-19, live theater returned to Ballard High School. Ballard theater students performed You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Faith Anderson, Ballard's theater director, talks about the return.
I think it's been really exciting to get back in the swing of things and producing live theater just because it's something that we've really missed. NTI is not really friendly to people who like to be together in a group and do things collaboratively, and so to have everybody back together doing things, working for one common goal has been really, really exciting. And the kids have worked so hard and so long that we're really, really excited to share the show with everybody.
Students were anxious to return to live performances.
Coming back to the live stage after dealing with COVID for 2 years was kind of scary at first. It felt like I had forgotten some things and everything, but as we got back to it, I remembered everything that I've learned and met a lot of new people since the old faces have gone away and everything, and it's been really fun.
I am Ballard correspondent Paige Capser for Our Kids.
Students in Atherton's Japanese classes got a chance to enjoy the cherry blossoms on campus.
Today I've got my students out enjoying kind of the beginning of spring. It's the 21st. This is our cherry tree in the Japanese garden here at Atherton. This tree's been here for 20-some years.
We are doing what is called hanami, which is cherry blossom viewing. People do it in Japan during the springtime when all the cherry blossoms are blooming.
It's a time when school groups and friend groups and family groups and work groups get together and they eat and they drink and they enjoy the flowers and the season. So it's a good time of communication and getting to know each other in a way outside of the classroom.
They finally bloomed, so we came out just to enjoy the day and see them. They're really pretty.
The main thing I want my students to do today is not to be off on their own. I don't want them to be in little separate groups so much, but I want them to kind of socialize a little bit differently.
Congratulations to our 17 winners of the 22nd Annual Vogt Educational and Leadership Scholarship, which recognizes students for their academic achievements and leadership in and out of the classroom. The students will each receive $12,000 towards college expenses. The winners are selected based on test scores and cumulative GPAs, as well as demonstrated community and campus leadership. Thanks for watching our show. You can find entire episodes on our JCPS YouTube page. Until next time, keep supporting our kids.